Checking your cell phone or Crackberry too often? One expert says that belongs in the same category of mental illness. American Airlines cancels nearly 600 more flights today. It's the fourth day for cancellations that have stranded hundreds of thousands of passengers. Many people at the Witness to Change 2008 election watch party. Another issue consumers are running into are the many types of converter boxes available to them. Some say it's simply confusing. Scottsdale police were on the scene to make sure protests didn't get out of hand. No incidents were reported. Take a look at Lake Havasu behind me. It's empty now, but law enforcement says in the coming weeks and into the summer, thousands of boats will fill the lake from shore to shore. Today, State Senator Leah Landrum Taylor announcing new legislation. If indeed the mounted unit is cut, the horses will be retired out and, like Precious here, live a civilian life. Hey, good evening, Jeff. That's right. We're talking about Obama's stimulus package. Starting today, less money will be taken out of your paycheck for federal taxes. How much money are we talking about? Let's take a look at the numbers. This tax relief plan affects taxpayers in households earning less than $95,000 a year. It gives workers $400 extra over the course of the year, and couples will see $800 extra in that time. So, breaking it down, that means every payday, people in Arizona can expect to see an extra $5 to $35 in each paycheck. I asked some taxpayers today, do they think that'll make much of a difference?
When you look at it as $400, yeah, if I was getting $400 tomorrow, that would make a big difference. But over the course of the year, it's not that much money.
It'll eventually make a difference, I guess, when you add it up. $400 a year, you said? That's a pretty nice chunk of change.
Is your $5 a paycheck, will that make a difference?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Sure. What are you gonna do with that money?
Probably buy food.
Meanwhile, state legislators are scrambling. That's because when the federal government cuts its tax rate, that also reduces the state tax rate. So right now, Republican leaders in the House and the Senate are trying to figure out how to decouple or separate these taxes through an emergency amendment. Of course, we'll bring you details on that emergency amendment tomorrow as it progresses through the Capitol. Right now, we're live in downtown Phoenix. I'm Joshua Zuber, Cronkite Newswatch. These are the images Kathy Lopez sees when she thinks of Iraq.
I worry every second of every day, not just for my sons, but for all the troops that are over there.
She's like a lot of other mothers across the U.S., sending off a son to fight. But she's not just sending one son, she's sending two at the same time.
It's hard to ever picture Tony and David apart. They are together always.
You see, Tony and David are twins. They were born in Tombstone 19 years ago, and growing up they developed a singular identity. They've done pretty much everything together, from playing on several sports teams in high school, to double dating, to joining the military. And then marrying within 1 month of each other. Now their wives, Jeanette and Veronica, are doing something else together. They're both pregnant. Both say it was tough sending their husbands to Iraq, but they know that they're happy serving their country.
Like, no, I didn't want him to go. But now that he's there, it's okay, I guess, but he wouldn't be doing anything else.
So while Jeanette and Veronica do their best to prepare for new arrivals,
it's just not going to be easy with babies, and I don't know. I just want to be in our own environment.
Kathy knows her job is to take care of things on the home front, so her sons are not worrying about what they left behind. In Phoenix, Joshua Zuber, Cronkite Newswatch.
It could be something worse, and it's only found in the desert.
Reporter Joshua Zuber is live in downtown Phoenix to tell us about this unique infectious disease. Josh?
It's called valley fever, and it's something everyone in the valley needs to be aware of, especially during this time of year when the wind kicks up and starts spreading the disease through dirt. For some reason, the number of valley fever cases in the Phoenix metro area is on the rise, and health officials are in town to try and figure out why. This is Honey DeSarah, about 10 years ago. A full red head of hair and lots of energy.
Want to see? You ready?
Here she is today, still happy, but not feeling very healthy.
It's like so thin.
Honey's got valley fever pretty bad. She didn't know she had it for about a year, and she says the medicine she's taking is causing her hair to fall out.
The first year, I was diagnosed with pneumonia.
She said she was tired, achy, not feeling very energetic.
I went to my doctor and she said, you know what? Enough is enough. I've tested you for everything there is except valley fever.
But valley fever is exactly what Honey has still nearly 2 years later. Valley fever is a fungus that flourishes in dry climates like right here in the valley. It grows about 6 inches underground. It's after the rainy season when the ground dries, windstorms, and construction, among other things, have caused the fungus to become airborne and get right into your lungs. That's when you potentially get sick.
Valley fever has been on the rise for about the last decade in Arizona.
Dr. Rebecca Sonnenschein says people like Honey have it the worst because it affects their entire body.
And that always requires therapy and sometimes requires lifelong therapy and can be fatal without treatment.
But she says most people have nothing to worry about. About 60% of people won't have any symptoms at all from valley fever. Now the CDC not trying to scare anyone off from living or visiting the valley, they're simply trying to make people more aware of the disease. So if you've literally been feeling sick and tired for an extended period of time, health officials say you may want to go to the doctor just to check it out. Live in downtown Phoenix, Joshua Zuber, Cronkite Newswatch. Shaquille O'Neal, he's about to make his much anticipated debut tonight, and that means the U.S. Airways Center is going to be packed, as well as many local shops and restaurants nearby. Owner of Sports Bar, Coach and Willie's, says he hopes to see a boost in sales.
Tonight, I think they'll try and come down earlier, hopefully have, start drinking early and eating early, and so it should increase our sales.
The buzz about Shaq is as big as Shaq himself.
I absolutely love the fact that Shaq's going to be here. I think it's going to add to the dynamic of the team.
I think it's going to bring a lot of excitement here to Phoenix.
And just in case you forgot, at Shaq's first game, he's here to greet you. Suns fans will have lots of choices in Shaq gear, from jerseys to shirts, caps, and even some bling bling. Joshua Zuber, Fox 10 News.